So what are the problems that we're going to see on a regular basis with a building automation system? One of the first phone call I'm typically going to get is it's going to be comfort related. I'm going to get a call that says that I'm hot, I'm cold, or next it's going to be I cannot see my system. And these systems they're going to have some kind of a failure somewhere, and those are the kind of calls that I'm going to get. I'm going to get, my system's broken. I don't know what it's doing. The controls just don't work. You'll get a very, very large range of problems that you can run into on a daily basis. Some of the most common problems that we'll run into is communication on a field level trunk. And when the communication goes down, typically what will happen is they'll lose communication to an entire wing, an entire floor of a building. Very common call to get is that we've lost communication. So the age of a BAS is definitely going to factor into the problems you could run into. The equipment itself, the electronics starting to break down. They've been in service for 20 years or more. The cabling even starts to get brittle. So the insulation starts to break down. I've even seen where old cable apparently attracts squirrels. In one facility, they decided to get in there and start eating all the insulation off and subsequently bringing the network down. That was a very interesting one. So one of the problems that we'll run into with an aging system is the proprietary components. If a component does fail, either that source is no longer available, the manufacturer doesn't make that particular component anymore. A lot of manufacturers do sunset a product, and then after that there's no more availability. They don't buy the chipsets anymore, they don't make that exact component. A lot of times that's where we like to come in and showcase open protocols. If you are in an open system, you have options. You can say, well, you know what, I'm not happy with this one. I've been using this for a while. And when you're with a proprietary system, sometimes that can really limit who you can have come out to your facility to service it. But it's definitely going to limit anything going forward. That's the only call. It's very common we'll run into systems that are underutilized. They're barely scratching the surface. They may have something that's very capable. A lot of times it's just, glorified thermostat even, there's so much more that just either they did not budget to do. We don't really know. I'm not going to pass judgment, but a lot of times we'll walk up to an underutilized BAS system. Tritium Vicon solves many of these problems by being an open platform, being a protocol droid, if you were, the C3PO of the world. The visualization of the data, the ease of access for the customer. Tritium is going to help you visualize all of that and actually understand what you're doing better than, say XYZ control companies, text-only front end. It's just very limited. For a technician, you don't need all the bells and whistles, is what I've been told over the years. I can tell you now, technicians these days, they rely on those graphics as well. It's no longer just a text-based thing. They can dig in there, but just like what's beneficial to the customer is also very beneficial to the technician.